Now, I come here and select the program. As soon as I select the program, the dE1 error starts appearing on the display. This indicates a door lock problem because even though I have properly closed the door, the system is still showing the dE1 error. The dE error can be different in different models. For explanation, in the machine we have, the error showing is dE1. In some other models, it may appear as dE2, and in others, it could be dE4. In older models, it may simply display dE. These codes can vary from model to model, but all of them are related to a door problem or door lock issue. In this case, there can be two types of problems. One can be temporary, and the other can be permanent. When I press the Start Pause button, you can see the dE1 error appears on the display. This indicates that if, for some reason, you forgot to close the door properly, this issue can occur. So what should we do? First, close the door properly. If the error still does not go away, then we should turn the machine off completely. Now what we will do is try to restart the machine to clear the error, because I forgot to close the door properly. That's why resetting the PCB is very important. If it still does not reset, then you can disconnect the power supply for a short time. When we turn the machine on, the error does not appear. This means the machine has been successfully reset. I also heard the sound of the door locking, which confirms that it is working properly. So now the machine is completely okay. If the error keeps appearing even after properly closing the door and resetting the machine 1, 2, or even 3 times, then it means this is a permanent fault. In that case, you need to check 2 main parts of the machine: the PCB control board and the door lock assembly. Most of the time the problem is in the door lock, although it can also occur in the PCB, but that is less common. The door lock usually gets damaged more frequently. Another possible reason could be that a mouse has cut or damaged one of the wires, which can also cause this issue. So first, check the door lock. If it is fine, then check the PCB and repair it if necessary. We will remove the door gasket, rubber seal from the machine body and pull it toward the back. As you can see, I am moving it toward the back side. Then we will open the door lock from the side. Take it out from here toward the outside. The door switch is usually installed near the front cover like this, and the door switch assembly normally has a fairly long set of wires connected to it. Now, if we look at the door switch, you can see there are some numbers written here: 2, 3, 4, 5. And here you can also see some other numbers. I think this might be the company's manufacturing date. There is also a code written on it: EBF 61315-801. This is most likely the part number. Here, the number 4-5 indicates the pin numbers. It is rated to handle up to 16 amperes of load, and during opening and closing, it can handle up to 250 volts. If the door switch is faulty, this issue can also occur. Besides that, as you can see here, if the connector has a loose connection, that can also cause the problem. In that case, the machine will directly show the dE1 error. If the connector is properly fitted and there is no loose connection, then there may be a wiring issue, which can also lead to this problem. If everything else is fine, then the problem may be inside the PCB, and it will need to be checked. However, PCB faults are not very common, but if there is an issue, it could be possible. For example, a mouse may have cut a wire, or there could be some other wiring-related problem. Also, there might be an internal mechanical issue inside the door lock, which can also cause this error. The pin connection configuration is as follows. Pin 2 is called neutral. Pin 3 is called electronic impulse. Pin 4 is called line phase. Pin 5 is called output signal. Now let's talk about how the internal mechanism of the door lock works. From the left side, it starts with pin 2, and as we know, this is the neutral. Next comes pin 3, then pin 4, which is the line or phase, and finally, pin 5, which is the output signal. Now we can see that the neutral pin 2 goes directly to the PTC sensor. It does not have any other function. The pin 3 receives the input impulse signal from the electronic board. Let's understand pin 4, line phase. The line is divided into 3 points. One connection goes directly to the solenoid valve coil. The second connection goes to the mechanical switch mechanism. Inside this solenoid valve, there is a plunger installed. When the coil is energized, the plunger moves forward and backward, operating in both directions. This movement is what controls the locking and unlocking mechanism of the door. The third connection goes to the PTC sensor. Now here's what happens. When the machine is started, the neutral signal comes from the main board, and passes through the PTC sensor. As a result, the solenoid coil becomes energized. Once the coil is energized, the plunger inside the solenoid moves to the right, inward. When it moves inward, it connects the two internal contact points. Since the line phase was already present there, it now passes through to pin 5, output signal. This output signal goes back to the electronic control board, and in this way, the board understands that the door switch is working properly and the door has been locked successfully. Remember one important thing. When you put the laundry into the machine and start the function, and then for any reason the main power supply is cut off, the door switch will not open immediately. It will only open again when the mechanism receives another proper pulse signal. Otherwise, it will remain locked and will not open. I have two different door locks here. They are slightly different in size, but their function is almost the same. Now, what happens in machines that use this type of door lock? If the electricity goes off during operation, the disadvantage is that after 2 to 3 minutes, the door can open. If there is still water inside, along with the laundry, then when the door is opened, all the water can spill out. On the other hand, this type of door lock closes instantly and also opens instantly, which saves time. But if the electricity goes off, the supply is completely cut and it will not open until the power comes back again. Now, if we look at the wire color code for this door lock, yellow wire is the neutral, blue wire is the input signal, red wire is the line, phase, black wire is the output signal. This color coding helps us identify and trace each connection correctly. Now I turn the machine on again. The door switch is activated. Now here, I will connect the black probe to the yellow wire and the second probe on the red wire line. As you can see, it is showing 241 AC volts. After that, I move the probe to the black wire, output signal. It is showing 241. In the same way, when I place the probes on the yellow and blue wires, input signal, it is also showing 24.1 volts.
Click on the left or right thumbnail to watch our next videos and subscribe. Thank you.